Hello there internet, this is Son of Chieve, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Spelunky. So today we'll be doing something that I've talked about not doing before, because it feels so cheaty to me. Namely, I will be taking shortcuts to fill up the rest of the journal. So hopefully people are not gonna think that this is too cheaty. Yeah. I'm gonna do it anyway. So the main achievements that I'm going for still, just in case you haven't been following this channel, is I need to kill, let me see, the Black Knight. That should be the only monster missing from my kill list here. And indeed it seems like it is. So now I just spoiled the game for anybody who hasn't played through it myself. Or themselves. And moreover, I need to unlock a character in the temple. But I think I'll start with the Black Knight because that seems like it should be reasonably doable. So I'm gonna play around in the jungle until... Why don't we just go in here actually? And I'm gonna run around in the jungle and try not to die. I died. Okay, that's a pretty bad start. I'm gonna run around in the jungle until I find the haunted castle. And when I find that, I'll go to it, of course, and then try to deal with the Black Knight. So in particular, this means that I don't have as many items as I would like to have. Killing shopkeepers is probably just gonna make it more difficult, so maybe doing that is not all that good of an idea. Maybe I should just speedrun, actually, instead of wasting a lot of time here. It should be easy enough. I mean, in particular because we actually already have a zombie level right here. So I will be looking out for the entrance to the haunted castle. If I don't find it, it's not like I'm gonna kill myself. I will rather just try to get to the temple and see if I can find the character there. Here's a shotgun which might come in handy. So for those of you who don't know, there's always a shotgun under the Ash tombstone. I believe this is a reference to another game. Which one I'm not actually sure about. It's just not a reference I got myself. I just saw that posted somewhere on the interwebs. So it looks like there is no entrance to this haunted castle. And that probably has something to do with half of this level being water. So that's of course unfortunate. I'm not sure if there can be two zombie levels on the same set of jungle levels. But I guess that's a hypothesis that we can easily check right now. That was pretty bad. Get out of my way, frog. At least now we have a shotgun, which makes the rest of this easier. At least it should. So let's just move on. Can I make it down here without taking fall damage? I could not. So that's pretty bad. So let's just try and see if we can get to the temple. And if nothing else, this is gonna be, if not exactly speedrunning training for me, then at least general Spelunky training. Also, one benefit of this is that normally when I do these runs, I spend like 80% of the time in the mines because I end up dying prematurely. So this is gonna, I think at least, maybe bring a little more variety into my Spelunky runs. So that's something you can either agree with or disagree with. But at least for now, it's doing something different. And also this means that the fact that I actually unlocked the shortcut to the temple will actually prove beneficial. Which is also something I guess I've talked about before in this channel. But for now, let's just make it to the temple. The ice caves are generally pretty easy. They're a lot easier if you have either a jetpack or the cape. But even without those items, I predict that we have a reasonable chance of getting to the temple. Especially now that we have so many bombs. This was a bad idea. Gotta think quick in those situations. Oh, and avoid those guys. And that guy, that rock could have easily hit me over the head. And I think even if you complete the game killing, or sorry, using shortcuts, it still counts as a win. Which means that if we do this correctly, it might actually be good for my kill death statistics as well. which is a fairly useless statistic since it's going to be completely destroyed when I am going to do the no gold runs anyway. So, but it's worth noting, I guess. So we have Monty somewhere in this level. We have an insane amount of crates as well. All of them containing almost nothing of worth. So I think the exit is gonna be on the right side of this level, so... Is that not correct? Maybe not, actually. It looks like it could be on the other side. So that probably means that I'm not going to be able to bring Monty with me. Because I want to bring my shotgun first and foremost. In particular, that didn't work. I was hoping I could just somehow throw him all the way over and then maybe he would make it to the exit. Fairly unlikely for sure, but still better than just throwing him directly into the abyss. Yeah, the exit is right down here actually. So let's just get out. Was that 3-3? I think it was, right? Yeah. So let's just get rid of this guy before he gets rid of us. Get rid of the UFOs. And move on. Actually an extremely good run from a crate perspective, or an extremely good seed, I should say. There's Monty again. But once again, the exit is gonna be on the other side. So it might be possible to bring Monty on this one. Yeah, it definitely will be. So maybe I'll do that. Not that it will make a whole lot of a difference, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. So even if I'm not committing 100% to this journal filling thing, I still think that this is probably the most entertaining way to go, if nothing else. Alright, so I should be looking out for the character at this point. I should also watch out for this. So this is a prayers to Kali level, so if we wanted we could actually get a ton of gold as well. Doesn't look like there's any character around here. I guess it could be on the right side of the level. I honestly have no idea if it's statistically more likely that it will be on the first version of a floor. Or like more of like a set of a floor. Set of floors, so as in if it's more likely to be on 4-1 than say 4-2 or 4-3. So we have another Prayers to Kali level. So it's almost a shame that this is not a regular run, because we could have made a ton of gold happen here. And so for those of you who don't know, Prayers to Kali levels are these like lava trap levels that we see here. And in particular what we have on those is a ton of rubies, ton of gems. Again, I would like to make it to the right side of the level, but maybe that's not gonna be possible. Kind of scary, this entire setup. In particular, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna deal with this storm down here. Maybe I should just drop down, that's the safest way to go. I'm not sure it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it, because otherwise I'm going to end up using a ton of bombs. Nope, didn't work. I was so hoping that it would. I'm not sure what would be the right way to go about it. I could have probably used a rope or something like that. But for now, let's just get back to the caves, or sorry, to the jungle, and see if we can find an entrance to the haunted castle. Get a boomerang with us just to have something, and then move on. So I'm not sure if I just threw that run on the floor, maybe I did, the previous one, but I don't know. Let's just run a little bit. There's a crate here which could contain something. Not really. let's just take it anyway. And there's hired help, which is completely unuseful for the purposes of this run. Or these runs, maybe I should say. Again, not a zombie level, so... Oh, this is not good. Yeah, I'm dead. I was pretty sure I could have made it down there, but apparently not. Alright, Dead or Restless. So this is our chance, because it seems like this is not a Rushing Waters level either. It's probably worth it actually to kill the shopkeeper, because having a shotgun against the Black Knight is probably not actually useful now that I think of it, because his shield will just deflect my bullets. But anyway, here's the entrance. So what's the fastest way down? It's probably just to use a few bombs here. Alright, there is the entrance. I guess we could bring mounts if we like, but I don't really see a point to it. I could also use a bomb to get that extra crate, but I think it's probably gonna be more useful to have those bombs here. Alright, so question is, how on earth do we want to approach this? Because the Black Knight, I mean, he's not the worst enemy to deal with in the world, but he can be tricky. So maybe it could potentially be useful to have the crate, I don't know. Hopefully that was not the Black Knight killing himself. Indeed it was not. Alright, so this seems to work. Oh, not quite. Oh, he's dead. Super! There's our achievement. Seen it all. So why don't we just have a little bit of fun with the shield now that we actually have it. And try to make it back to the temple again. Can I end up with getting 2 achievements on this one run? That would be pretty good. I guess we might as well sacrifice Monty here, because why not? And yes, does that give me a cape? It doesn't. Okay, I was hoping that I would get the crate from the vampire by doing that, but it's okay. In some sense, it would be more efficient to just kill myself and go directly to the temple. But where is the fun in that? When we can just run around and crush everything. What do you want to do? Nothing. Die. The shield is pretty good. It's also sort of buggy in many ways. And well, maybe not buggy as such, but it's really unpredictable. Just knowing like the core, what do you want to call it? Core function of it. Maybe that's just the word I'm looking for. Doesn't necessarily mean that you can predict what it's gonna do in every single situation, but still. We have the potential of... no, we don't actually. I was thinking if we could make a shield run where we end up all the way at Yama using... I mean, getting the shield all the way down there. But that's not gonna happen because this is 2-4, so we already miss a black market. So the question is... we could try to go for an eggplant run, maybe. I never actually got the eggplant. I'm not sure if you can do that, though, if there's not a... Whoops. Now we can, definitely. So the way you get an eggplant is by sacrificing the present on an altar, or the mystery box. So I'm not sure if you can bring the mystery box down to another level, because if you can't, then that's never really gonna work. I guess I'll have to look that up. But actually we do have an altar in this one, so if we see another mystery box, then potentially we could use that. For now, let's just... Oh, we can't whip these guys, can we? Let's just get him out here. Sacrifice him immediately. We could also go to the worm. could be fun, I suppose. But for now, let's just move on. How did we get a Kapala already? Did we sacrifice something before? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just move on. We can actually push mines around as well, which is hilarious. So that's what I mean when I'm saying that this is so unpredictable, because I would imagine that the mine would still work. Apparently not. Instead, however, that somehow blew us up immediately. I have no idea how the damn shield works. I guess the only way to find out is either by watching people use it, which nobody does, because nobody knows how the shield actually works. Or just playing around with it quite a bit. It is a very good item, no doubt about it. There's Anubis. I can't really do anything about him, so I think I'll just try to avoid him entirely. Oh, that's so bad damage. It doesn't really matter though. We are here with one goal, and that's finding the hidden character. So this is gonna take a number of tries, I imagine. I should probably double check at some point that the character I'm missing is actually the one from the temple. Because otherwise this is sort of a waste of time, isn't it? So let's just go over here instead. Use a rope, that's probably worth it. I'm almost sure it is. I don't think I ever saw a character from the temple, so... Music here is good as well. We don't get to hear it all that often because, I mean, getting to the temple is kind of an achievement in itself for most runs. So it's not here. Oh, that's the... Oh! I didn't actually... Okay, I didn't know that the critters made you not take damage from ticket traps. That's extremely useful to know. I knew that you could use them against arrow traps, but not against ticket ones. Guess we may as well sacrifice this guy. No characters over here, it seems. Whoops. Scary. This is as well. Oh, I'm dead. That was the worst. I could have easily avoided that if I wanted to. This is a horrible location for Anubis. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel bad dying in a position like that because... I mean, at the end of the day, I need to get to 1000 deaths anyway, which is also an achievement. Or is it 2000? I'm not sure. I think it's 1000. Let's just use a bomb here. Oh, that's so stupid damage to take. Let's get all of these purple beams out of the way. I mean, I'm not gonna die if I can avoid it, of course. Could have probably avoided that. Oh, that was stupid. Alright, let's move on. I will find that character. God damn it, Anubis. Why don't you just get out of the way? Or at least let me get out of the way. Okay, that was scary. No characters here, no characters over here either, so I'm gonna go with it not being on this floor. If someone knows if there's kind of a pattern to where they spawn, they should feel very free to let me know. Because that would make this a lot easier. So I realized that was sort of more risky than it needed to be, but yeah. For once, the magma men blowing up bombs actually came to my advantage there. Which is interesting. I guess one could actually use that as a legitimate strategy of throwing bombs into magma men. So kind of use them as grenades or something like that. Well, that's a pit I don't want to go down. It's also unfortunate that it's so hard to navigate the temple because it means that I'm very likely to miss the hidden character if it should be... I'm dead. If it's available. I should proceed a lot slower than I do actually. There's no need at all for rushing here. Ugh. That's a really bad position to be in now. Guess I can maybe do something like... Yeah, I'm not even sure what the correct strategy here would be. But I'm pretty sure this isn't it. Oh, it worked. I'm dead, wow. I thought those flies actually only did one hit of damage when... 1 point of damage when they hit, but as far as I can see there, they actually did 2. Which is a lot. Ugh. This is also a horrible position. Just use a bomb. I wanted to go up there, but yeah, that didn't quite work. Doesn't seem like there's any characters. I hope you can actually unlock characters by taking shortcuts, because, well, for obvious reasons. Otherwise this would be kind of a waste of time. If nothing else, it's temple practice. You can always use temple practice. I don't know. I mean, in general, when I make it to the temple, I have so many items that it's typically a lot easier than it is for me right now. Either have a shotgun or jetpack, stuff like that. It just makes it easier to get around. So this is another Praise to Kali level. So yeah, I guess I might as well grab Monster here. That was scary. I did not predict that outcome. At least we have no Anubis to deal with in this one. We were Thwomps though. Doesn't look like there's anything down here. Should be able to make it down here without dying to that arrow trap. Which is exactly the way that went down. Whoops, that was scary. Hard help is not going to be useful at all here. The darkness itself is not going to be helpful either, so... should be able to make this jump. Could have very easily been my last words, I guess. Almost were, actually. But not in the sense I predicted. This is bad. Yeah, even though I've come across, I don't know, 1 billion ticket traps, they're still scary. Need to take it slow here, because otherwise I'm dead. I guess that was 4-3, wasn't it? Alright, yeah, it was. So, maybe I'll just cut the episode after this Olmec boss fight. Getting the Black Knight is definitely the first thing I wanted to do, because, I mean, I can always unlock this character just by going to the temple on an ordinary run. So... Oh! Just get this guy completely out of the way. Try to see if there's a way to get up here. Looks like there might be. It's gonna be a little tricky. Yeah, so what I was about to say was, I can always unlock this last character on ordinary runs, because I will hopefully make it back to the temple at some point. Whereas, I will probably not go to the haunted castle all that often, because there's not all that much to do there. Gold potential is better on ordinary jungle floors than it is on the haunted castle. And also you can you'll often miss the black market if you decide to go to the haunted castle. So I don't see myself going there all that often. Unless it's just for the fun of it, of course. So I was really hoping that I would find some bombs up here, because that would make this Olmec fight quite a bit easier. But I guess I'm not that lucky. Instead I found like 1,000 ropes. So I think what I'll do here is probably have Olmec himself cut down the first few first few layers, You know what? I should probably practice a speedrunning strategy, because I've never actually done that. In particular, now I have enough ropes to actually make that happen. And here's the speedrun strategy. It's a little scary because enemies can spawn down here, in which case you want to kill them using ropes. But yeah, I should have used a rope there at the end. Managed to, I guess, somehow more or less beat the game, but still not quite. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Managed to make something happen, got another achievement, which is nice. And we're well on our way to get another one, which actually I guess I could bring up the level here, or sort of my my list of goals here that I'm trying to get at in this game. So obviously play the game 1,000 times. That's going to take a while. I think we're at about I guess I can easily just check that as well, 200 roughly plays at this point. Then there's the no gold run, which is almost impossible. Then there's a co-op run, which is also going to be difficult because I don't actually know anybody around here who plays Spelunky, so it's going to be tricky. I guess you can play or do a co-op run one person as well, which is kind of sad, but it might indeed be what I end up doing here. And finally, there's the find all the hidden characters. It says 8 here, but I think the game has 16, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. But for now, we're doing fairly well. Got a bunch of achievements unlocked already, and 4 to go. So for now, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.